Do you ever wonder why you have this idea in your head for a business? Is there something that's just ruminating around a dream that you've had that's been in your head for a while? Today we're going to be talking about your business, that vision that you have, and how to make it profitable while still serving God. This is Deneen TB, your faith-based business strategist and clarity coach. Join me for the Truth in Business Show. The God-given vision that you have, along with your specific skills and talents and gifts, experiences, and all that, brings uniqueness, your uniqueness, into the world. And no one has ever existed that is just like you. God's given you a purpose. Giving you a job that only you can accomplish. So we're going to look at God's design for you today. And it starts with the first word that I have for you, which is a P word, and it's called a plan. A plan. God created a plan for you because God created you to work. From the beginning, we see this with Eve. She was created to be a helper. There is no mention of which type of work is more important or even more godly, because all work is necessary and all work is good. The second P word I have for you is perspective. We need to have a perspective about the business and work God has for us. As a believer in Jesus, you really have your position in your company, your business, to do something. God calls you a living stone that He is using to build spiritual sacrifices that are pleasing to Him. You are chosen as a royal priest to show others the goodness of God. And you're like Esther. You are royalty in the marketplace. God has called you to the marketplace for His specific purpose, because no one else has your set of credentials to do the job that He has called you to do. The third P I have for you is personality. Only you can show up in your business and in your life as you. God never asks you or me to change our personalities, but He does change us. You are so unique, and so was Lydia, a woman with her own style. She was flamboyant, she was friendly, she was successful, and she loved God. A woman just like you, merging her two worlds, staying culturally relevant as she stays positioned to share her faith, just like you. The next word I have for you is prayer. You know, God gives us supernatural gifts so that we can live out His calling on our lives. Rahab trusted God even when she didn't know Him. She believed in a power that was more than herself, and she put her faith in that power. She knew she couldn't control the situation that she was in or rely on her own strength for survival. Look to God to do big things. Trust God to give you exactly what you need when you need it. The next word I have is person, people, relationships. Building those supportive relationships is essential for your business. You're never alone. God brings specific people into your life to give you strength and encouragement to do what He has called you to do. I love the story of Priscilla, and she was in that type of relationship, and that's what Paul was for her, as well as her husband. That friendship was a business as well as a spiritual friendship, and by working together each and every day, you too can build relationships with the people in your office, in your networking groups, and in your other business dealings. This provides an opportunity for you to connect with other believers for mutual support and to have those reach out relationships with those who don't know Christ yet. The next word I have for you that starts with a P is prudence. Prudence. Now, it's not a word that we usually hear, right? Prudence. But it is something that takes time to build. And statistics say that it takes 10 years of focused study to really become an expert in your field, and build your reputation can take just as long. Our example is Hulda, and she understood this very well. She spent her entire life in pursuit of knowledge. Her world and today's world, I believe, are the same. Everyone's doing their own thing, and there's not really any kind of moral authority. And you may even feel like it doesn't really matter what you do, how much you learn, how you act, what your reputation is. That really you're thinking, no one's really paying attention to me. But know this, the things that you do to go beyond the expectations of your customers and your clients, even your colleagues and your coworkers, that builds your reputation, the one God wants for you. The next P that I have is promotion. Now, I know many of us in the Christian world think that promotion might be kind of a bad word. But really, promotion is like seeing all of your activities, your entire life, and specifically your work, that it gives God glory. That's the starting point. Really, there's no difference between the sacred and the secular. And Martha is the one who shows us that it's not. She led her household. She had many responsibilities. And she was never asked to give up anything as she followed Christ. Her work served the kingdom, and it was God-given. It was necessary work to fulfill God's plan for her and to bring Him glory. Jesus wanted Martha's heart, but He never told her to separate her work life from her faith life. He wanted her work to have purpose and meaning, and He wants the same for you too. The last word I have for you today is provision. You know, God calls you to pursue excellence no matter your circumstance. You can never overlook the importance of your work by the size of your bank account, your popularity in the market, or by your position in the company. God is looking at your heart and your devotion to Him, and He is shaping you in your character to be more like His. Ruth's story shows us her doing just that, pursuing excellence as she worked in the fields, gleaning grain just to survive. She's our example of showing a good attitude and doing your best. God is giving you the power each day to get up and go do. Don't depend on your own ability to make that happen. Depend on God to make it all work out. What I have heard women say over and over again is that maybe my business should be my ministry. Maybe my business should be something that I do for free. And I want to stop you right there. These 8 words, these 8 women examples are women who worked. Some had their own businesses, such as Rahab and Lydia and Priscilla, making money in the marketplace. So I want to encourage you. I want to challenge you. I want to have you think through, how are you planning for your business? What perspective do you have that God wants you to pursue a real business, making money so that you can bless others in lots of different ways? What is your personality? How are you bringing that into your business so you can show others the love of Christ? Are you praying for your business? Prayer is so important, and God wants to be our CEO. He wants to be in on the planning part of our business as well as the execution part. Are you looking for person? Are you looking for persons that can support you, like-minded other Christian entrepreneurs and business owners, as well as developing relationships that are reach out so that you can share Christ with them? Are you approaching everything with prudence? Are you building that reputation by making good choices every single day? And in your business, what kind of promotion are you doing? Not just promotion of who you are and what your business is and how you can help people, but how are you combining that and promoting God? How are you blending the secular with the sacred? And then provision. Know that by working with excellence, God is going to be providing for you in ways that you can't even imagine. I love thinking through it this way. When those doubts come in, when things happen that you say, how am I serving God through my business? Am I serving God through my business? I want you to stop, and I want you to think about it this way and ask yourself this question: what is true? What is true? What is happening in front of me? What lane has God asked me to be in? How am I serving Him by having this business, by doing the things that He's asking me to do? I would love to connect with you, to give you some clarity around this, to have a conversation. If you are thinking, I know I want to be in business, I'm good at this, but I don't know how to connect it to my faith, or I feel like my faith is kind of in a place where it needs to really grow so that I can see this, I would invite you to have a clarity conversation with me. And I'll put in the show notes the link so that you can have a 30-minute free consultation with me, and we can just have that clarity conversation, and maybe I'm the person to help you connect your faith and your business. I know that God wants you to have a business that is glorifying to Him and that makes money for you. I don't want you to think that you need to lower your prices or you need to do your work as a ministry. God has some of us in the marketplace for a reason, and we need to figure out how He's equipped us to show up whole, holy, and authentic in our work, doing excellent, and sharing Him with others. In the comments below, I'd love for you to answer this question. How are you connecting your faith and business? What are you doing each and every day? Maybe it's something I said, or maybe it's something totally different. If you haven't thought about this before, in the comments, put what was new for you. What was something that I said? What was one of the 8 words that helped give you a new way of looking at connecting your faith and business? Thanks so much for watching the Truth in Business show today. I so appreciate you being here. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and then ring the bell so you're notified each time a new video comes up. Thanks so much for being here, and as always, be filled to overflowing.